elementary school children and how they use the internet. And, you know, a lot had been done about high school kids and what they're all doing, but nobody had ever really looked at the younger kids. And we found just some pretty surprising stuff. About 40% of the elementary school children have already chatted with a stranger online. And half of them gave out their phone number. And that's when we realized we couldn't wait any longer to be teaching safety to kids when they're in high school. They're getting a phone by 10. We have got to start sooner and sooner. And that's when we came up with the Garfield program. We reached out to Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, and said, we need a better way to reach kids than a PowerPoint, you know, from us old people. Doing a PowerPoint for second and third graders was not really going to be the way to do it. And we've created, again, award-winning programs on privacy, safe posting, cyberbullying, all starring Garfield and all of his characters that we've all known and loved. And kids are loving it, schools are loving it, teachers are loving it.
Wow. And so tell us how we can reach you. Where is your website? And I'm sure there's so many people watching this that are going to want to know you and what you're doing, because there's so much anxiousness. Yeah, so tell us your website, and then I'll thank you for it. But stay on for we've got another charity coming up with Truman Charities, as well as the chocolatier. So tell us.
I do have a question. I mean, what is the parent to do? I mean, what prescriptions best apply to making sure that, I mean, 40% of children have talked to a stranger, and many have given out the phone number. That's startling. That's terrifying to think about, you know what I mean? And you know, the predators out there that are just looking to find a way in, and you don't know. I mean, do you have a prescribed direction, some of the things that parents can do to prevent, you know, at-risk conditions?
Yeah, absolutely. And our website, iamcybersafe.org, we have all kinds of tip sheets for parents, and that goes into a lot more detail that they can get from it. But I'll tell you, the underlying thing that we have to be doing as parents is we have to be talking to our kids about it. They have to understand the dangers are out there, that just because they're playing a game online that's designed for 10-year-olds doesn't mean 10-year-olds are playing the game. And that's where they become vulnerable. And that's what we're trying to teach them at a young age about what is private information, what's okay to share, what's not okay to share. Those types of things, if we can start them young when they're just getting online, then they'll carry that with them. Our programs, actually, we don't get into Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok because we don't have to. The same rules apply whether you're on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. You don't share your password. You think about what you're posting. Be kind. Photos, what are you putting out there? We try to teach them things like that. And for parents, there's all kinds of apps out there now that will monitor, that will watch, that will alert you if your child is online and says something or somebody says something bad. Those are great. Those are good tools, but it still comes down to you need to be communicating with the kids and talking with them and knowing what they're doing online. Get online with them and play a game. If they've got the headsets on and they're out there playing some game, play with them. So you begin to learn about it. If they're on social media, follow them. Don't stalk them. Don't be putting little hearts and love everything that they post because that'll drive them away. But get on there, and then you're able to see if they post something, and you might be able to say, hey, Johnny, that's not, let's talk about what you posted on there, what so-and-so said. They need to know that you're a safe space that you can go to. So iamcybersafe.org, and you can learn about and download all those different programs, or learn about how to get the Garfield program at a school near you. That's really what we're trying to do. We've designed it for the classroom, and we want to be able to get it out there.
We have twin nieces, And the attraction for the internet and global and media and interaction is a great thing, but it's hard to get teenagers or small kids to think dually. The excitement, the enthusiasm, the curiosity, and then being safe and being aware and using both sides of your brain at the same time. And so, and you're right, the engagement. You always have to make sure that you're engaging with your children and that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're not afraid of it. They grew up with it.
Yep.
They've used it. They've had it since literally now in the crib. We're putting iPads in there with them to sing them to sleep. So they're not afraid of it. They don't know that the dangers that are out there, and there is good. We don't want them to not use it. We just want them to use it safely.
Okay.
Wow. Now, we will definitely bring you back because we want to put a tips list for parents and work a little bit more with your organization. But good luck with Garfield. And I think that will definitely attract kids and want them to be there. So thank you for joining us today. And please stay on because we might have more questions. If you have questions, please put it in the chat. And if you leave, we'll make sure we email them to you. So my next speaker is Philip Ashley, the chocolatier. Philip, you've been much anticipated. So as I said before, Philip has hailed by the Forbes. I'm going to